Well, hello there. It's the Archivist from TradingCardArchives.com, and I'm here today to look at some more Twilight cards. I know that probably seems strange to you. After the last video, I kind of started that out making fun of them and everything, but they are honestly really good cards, like very well designed, super high quality cards. I would say even if you don't really care about the movies at all, there's going to be something in this set for you. I'll show you some of the special gimmick cards that were in there, and you'll see what I mean. There's some very creative stuff in here. And also, as you know, I'm kind of obsessed with the actor Lee Pace, and Lee Pace played the character Garrett in the second movie in this series. And so I am looking for a Garrett card. We did not find one in the first box, and I threatened to buy more as a result, and did. And if I'm right, that's what's going to be in this. So let's get this opened and make sure it's actually what we think it is. And then we can go ahead and start opening some more of these. And since the last video, I've actually done a lot more research, and I kind of know some things now about Twilight. You're going to be impressed with my knowledge, I think. Which mostly I got from commenters helping me out, and my wife helped me out a little bit too. But yeah, I know, I know a little bit. Like, for example, I know that when they have red eyes, it means they eat humans. And if they start eating animals instead, their eyes will turn like a yellow or gold color. So see, I know stuff now. Sorry. I'll try not to, I'll try not to be too silly here, because they really are impressive cards. Like, I can't stress that enough. And let's just make sure. Yes, it is exactly what I thought it was. Perfect. You'll notice there's actually 3 boxes in here. The vendor I bought them from, and I'll put a link in the video, sells them in sets of 3. And if you buy 3, they're even cheaper. So I think it's like $45 for 3. So it's basically like $15 a piece. And that's shipped, right? So like no shipping costs or anything. You just have to wait a little bit. You have to, like with everything on AliExpress, you got to wait a few weeks. But if you're willing to do that waiting, you can get these boxes for so cheap. And that doesn't mean that it's a low quality set. Like I said, it's a very high quality set, and I won't take you through the flyer again because we're going to be doing 2 boxes today. But I'll link the other video, and I went through the flyer in the other video, and you can get an idea there of just how much stuff is in this set, including like actual signature cards from the actors, which then includes a Lee Pace signature card. Now, it's not the top card, of course, because he was barely in the movies, from what I understand. But his signature is on one of the dual signature cards, and I'm not getting my hopes up. I don't expect to pull that. If I did, it would be amazing. But I don't expect to pull that one. Really, I just want any card that has Garrett on it would be good for me, right? And I know there's some in the set, so it shouldn't be impossible. Although it has proven impossible so far. But if you remember, I bought the Hobbit box for exactly the same reason, because he plays an elf king in that movie, in those movies, and I got some of his cards there. So we definitely try to get Lee Pace cards this way. How cool would like a Foundation series be? I don't know if you've seen that show on Apple TV yet, but Lee Pace is one of the main characters in that show, and it's pretty amazing. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that one for sure. All right. Wow, that was a lot of bubble wrap. All right, we've got 3 great looking boxes here. These boxes are just, they're like super high quality. Again, just much better than you would expect. I'm not even joking about that. Now, what I want to do is I want to put one of these into the giveaway pile so that our next giveaway, which I'm thinking I'm going to do at 888 subscribers, which we're honestly not that far away from. But yeah, as soon as we get there, we'll do another one. But I want one of these boxes in that pool because I try to put in that pool the boxes that I personally love, even if it's not things that everybody wants. I realize that. But you know, there'll be something in there that you like, I hope. And so I want to put one of these boxes in there too. But I don't want to choose it myself because then that would be kind of cheating, right? I don't want to weigh these or anything like that. So what we're going to do is go to random.org, which is just a website that lets you roll some dice. And we're going to call this 1, 2, and 3. We're going to roll a three-sided dice 3 times. And the third result will be the one that goes in the giveaway pile. And the other two I'm going to open today. So I'll be opening both boxes, both of the losing boxes or whatever today. So let's roll. First roll is a 1. Second roll, a 2. Third roll, a 1. So this box right here is going to be the giveaway one. So I'll put that one to the side right now so that I don't accidentally open it. And I promise, even if I don't get a Garrett card in these, I will not open that box. I'll save it for the giveaway, although I'll be very sad. Man, if we've opened 3 boxes of these and not gotten a Garrett card, oh, I'm going to be really sad. But it could happen, so get ready. At the same time, there are a few commenters talking with me over email about this set, and we're kind of working together a little bit. So if either of them pull a Garrett card, I would get it from them, I think, and I would just give them the rest of my cards. So, because I'm not like a massive fan of this series or anything like that. I honestly didn't know anything about it during the last video. I know quite a lot more now. So I'll be able to tell you some more things this time at least. Or at least get things wrong that people can correct maybe, which will be fun. But I still would be happy trading these with anyone who wants, especially if you pull that dual signature card. Like, definitely get in touch. I am super interested in getting that. Like, you have no idea how hard it is to find a Lee Pace signature card. He barely has signed any cards, and I'm honestly not entirely sure that he really signed that one either. It could be a printed signature. It's always hard to tell until we actually get one of those cards. Because the flyer, it just says signature card, but it doesn't say wet signature or authentic. Like, it doesn't say anything like that. So we really don't know. Also, this is technically a Cards and Coffee episode. I'm drinking coffee, so we're doing Cards and Coffee here too. Awesome. So yeah, let's see. Before we actually open one of these boxes, I'll show you some of the things that you get inside of them, which I think will help you understand why I went ahead and got more, because it is such an interesting set. First, inside each box, there's going to be this like little rip tab, and inside that tab will be some kind of physical prize. So there can be pieces of gold in there, actually, which is crazy that could be in there. I don't think I got that. But most of the boxes are going to have some vampire glitter in them, which is what this is. This is a vial of vampire glitter. Believe it or not, that's what this really is. And that's because the vampires in the Twilight series, they twinkle in the sun or sparkle when they get into the sunlight. They don't just start on fire immediately. They kind of just sparkle. And Garrett specifically was described as sparkling as if his skin was covered in diamonds. So I think that's a very apt description of Lee Pace. So the perfect description there. I'll show you then the top hit from the box. These cards came from the last box that I opened. This came out of the hit pack. It's numbered to 200, and it's a book, the Cullens, kind of a book there. And you'll see that is, I believe that's Jacob, and this woman, this lady here, girl, I guess, is the child of Bella and Edward the vampire. So Bella's a human and Edward's the vampire. And so she's kind of a half human, half vampire hybrid, and becomes sort of this focal point in the series that everyone's fighting over. And Garrett is on the side trying to defend her, of course, because I mean Garrett is going to be a good person because he's not going to be a bad guy. But this is what I mean when I talk about gimmick cards. Like, look at that. That's a 5 film cell card. There's 5 different cells in one card. Getting a film cell card, pretty common, right? I've even seen some dual film cells, but I've never seen 5 before. That's so crazy. So like, how cool of a card is that? And there's a bunch of these to collect in the set, so very happy with that too. This is another high level card that we pulled in the last one. This Amancier is the Spanish title of the second movie, I believe. And that's why it kind of says that. But I just love the look of this card, and also it has a kind of faux leather texture to it, which is also very cool. So I'll kind of leave these cards here. These are ones, again, that I pulled in the last boxes. But we'll see if we can pull something better. Then I want to show you the, let's see, yeah. I guess the inside of this one doesn't have the fight scene. There was like a fight scene in the inside the other one. Oh, well. Anyway, so here is our hit pack. It's much thinner this time. So last time the hit pack was really heavy because it had this card in it. So I hope that means it's a signature. I know it's not. I know that's not what that means, but I hope it does. And then let's see how many. Oh, the fight scene is in there, right? Okay, so I'll explain that then. So it's 5 and 5. So we're going to get 10 regular packs and then the hit pack. And yeah, so this is the fight scene I was kind of talking about there. And you can see, let's see. I don't know which side is which. I'm sorry. But one of these sides is basically like a vampire council who believes that this human child hybrid is a threat to vampire society, right? And they're kind of trying to kill it. And then the werewolves and the vampires kind of teamed up on the other side to defend this new child. And Garrett is on their side. So that's another fact about Garrett that I know. So let's, this is what I was talking about, that rip strip. So let's see what we get in here. I was told that all the glitter for the vampires is the same color. So I assume, no, I thought there would be different colors. Yeah. That kind of makes sense to me, you know, that there would be like different colored glitter, maybe depending on what the vampire eats or something. I know that's probably not canon, but definitely we did get a different color this time. And unfortunately, I can't read what it says on the inside of these. I believe it like, because you can see this one has a little more red to it, and this one doesn't have as much red. Oh, I guess that one's just upside down. Never mind. It would be the same. Okay, so they're the same. Okay, it's upside down. Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's kind of like a fortune in there, maybe? There's some sort of quote. A good way to go. I guess there's some sort of quote in there, I guess. But let's put those to the side, and yeah, we can put this box away now. It's still a very heavy box. The cardboard and everything is top notch on here. It's got a nice magnetic seal, meaning like if you wanted to store your cards in this box, that would be completely viable. Like it would be great for that, I think. I would still sleeve them, but you could store them in there. And so here's our next box. Another thin hit pack, so maybe that's 2 chances at signature. I know I'm hoping for too much there. It could happen, right? It could happen to me. Why can't it happen to me? Somebody has to pull those. I think there's 200 copies of that card in the set, so somebody's got to pull them, right? Why can't it be me? It's not going to be me. I hope it is, but it's not going to be. Okay, then let's see what our vampire glitter is this time, and it's purple. So we got a nice, it's purple glitter. I love that. So there's our 3 vampire glitters. I mean, they're like little glass jars too. It's kind of a crazy thing to see. This same company made the Hobbit set, and in that set you would find a kind of gemstone in here, like a piece of jade or something like that. Sorry, like a mineral rock in here, as if you were mining like one of the dwarves, right? So it's a very clever concept that they're doing. I'll show you the back. Although we never really figured out the name of this company. It's on here somewhere, probably here or something, but I don't know the name of this company. I'm really sorry. They don't have like a clear logo or anything. So I just don't know who made this. But you know, if you can kind of tell their products because they always have that rip thing in the middle. But the only 2 I know of are the Hobbit and this. Okay, so let's get going here. We're at 14 minutes and just starting. Perfect for me. Everybody always complains about that, but you know, that's kind of what I do on the channel here. So we're going to get 3 cards in a pack. I'm going to try not to sleeve them all this time just to make it go a little faster. Although, of course, if we pull any, you know, bigger hits, I'm going to have to sleeve those. And so these are base cards in the set. which feature either important characters or important. There's my boy. We got it. We did it. First pack. Amazing. I'm so happy. Okay, so these are the base cards. They featured scenes from the movie. Who cares? We got Garrett. We did it. There he is. Okay, it's not the signature, but it is definitely definitely a Garrett card there. Looking very handsome, of course. And I guess that's with his red eyes still. So he must still have been eating humans at that point. But I believe at least when I was reading the wiki last night, it seemed like there's a point where he joins up with Kate, I guess, and they start eating animals. And so his eyes turn golden later on. But at that point, they are still red. So that's what we were looking for. We really don't need to open any more of these. We're gonna keep going because I still would love to get a signature. But now that I've got that card, I am happy and I don't have to buy any more of this, which is fantastic. Let's drink some coffee to that. Cheers, cheers. Thank you, trading card gods. I don't know how that works. Somebody must be in control of this, though, right? No, probably not. Okay, so 2 more base cards. We're going to basically get 2 base in every pack, so get ready for that. This is actually one of the higher end cards here. They have this kind of fake metal plaque. It's not real metal, but it sort of looks like it. But yeah, this is called a frame card, and it has basically a description of the scene there. And it's a higher end card, so I'm going to sleeve it. That's actually just 1 level above base, so that is not a very rare card. It's just I didn't pull one at all in the last box, so I'm happy to get it. But just understand that's not a very rare card. It's only special to me and people who like repaste, I guess. Which is you should. Like if you don't, you're kind of weird. Sorry. Okay, this is not Edward Cullen, but that happened last time too. Oh, here's a movie poster card. Those are cool. So yeah, this is another one of the higher tier cards. They do some weird embossed choices on this. You can see it in her hair there and his jawline. Of course, his jawline there is embossed. But yeah, there's a kind of goofy embossed pattern on the poster cards. But this is Edward. This is not Edward Cullen. I think that's maybe Jacob or something. But yeah, I don't care about that card. I care about that one, so I'm not going to sleeve that. Keep going here. Yeah, I kind of jokingly called this video Twilight 2 because it's the second time I'm opening them, and also I'm opening 2 boxes. And also there was a sequel to Twilight, so like it all kind of made sense to me. It was a little funny to me, although I get probably my jokes are dumb. That's okay, I don't mind. Here's another breaking down. Okay, so that really clearly shows that it's like Bella, Edward, and then this half human child, half human, half vampire child. That's another poster. This is a stamp card. There's a bunch of these too. I guess the rarity is called Seal. But they're again a higher tier card. So I know I said I wasn't going to sleeve too many of these, but we're just we're getting a lot of pretty nice cards here in this box. I think more than last time. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I have all the other cards right there, so I could go check. But I kind of remember getting like 2 base in each pack before, but I seem to be getting just like 1 base. So this is another one. These are the retro style cards. They're kind of cool because they have matte printing. There's no foiling on that at all. So it really kind of looks like an old style photograph or something like that. And this is another one. This is the photo, and that's Jacob and Bella. I'm pretty like that is Jacob, right? I'm almost certain that's Jacob. He's the guy. He turns into a werewolf, and there's basically like werewolves and vampires in this. But they end up teaming up near the end. We're gonna have to probably clear this table a few times because I've got a lot of packs to go here. But I'll do my best to keep this organized. I'm just really happy to have gotten my Garrett card. Great. So every year, I'm gonna tell a story again. People said they like when I ramble and tell stories, so we're gonna keep doing that. But yeah, every year for Christmas, I make my wife a calendar, you know, like a 12-month calendar with pictures on it. We put it on the fridge, and it's always a Lee-Pace calendar. And I know she's starting to, I don't think she really wants it again next year, but I'm gonna make it again anyway because I like making them. But I basically like get pictures of him from that year because he does a lot of modeling and he's in a lot of movies and things. And then I'll Photoshop the pictures in different ways so that they kind of match the months. And then I make a custom calendar. And it's yeah, it's pretty silly. But I remember using that exact image on one of the first calendars uh, because like that's a very like a really good image of him. Anyway, enough stories. Enough gushing over it, Garrett. Sorry. There they are again. So that's that Patterson guy, right? He's looking pretty good there in that picture. But that's what's her name? Kristen Stewart, right? Was that actor? So here is. Ooh, that looks like a fancy card there. But here's another one of those film strip cards with the 5 different cells in it. Let's see if I have another base I can show it on here. Oh, that's not flat white. Sorry, I guess I only have one of these plugs right now. Let me put it on this side. So this one seems to feature more, more like Edward and Bella. So that's probably, yeah, I guess that's the first one. So it's probably like pretty good. That's probably a pretty good pull right there. But I believe this thing that I have over here is probably like a very high. I might have to go check the flyer because I don't actually remember what this one is. But this says it is a, what does it say there? Transparent. I don't think it actually is transparent though. But what a cool card. I mean, it's interesting because it looks enamel again. Uh, there's certainly some kind of weird coating on this. I can't understand. I really don't understand this card. I'm gonna have to go look it up, I think, to figure out exactly what that is. But it almost looks like multiple PVC layers, sort of. You see this like red in the hair here? That isn't on the surface. That's on a level below it, and it kind of moves a little bit, but it's not lenticular. Let me pause. I'm gonna go check the flyer just to see if I can find any more information about that type of card, and I'll be right back. Yeah, there is not a lot more information, unfortunately, on the flyer, so I can't explain a whole lot about what that card is. But it is a very high tier card. It's up above the film level, actually. But this is a massive set. There are 213 unique cards to collect, and a lot of the high-end chase cards are numbered. So like that booklet was numbered to 200, but they keep going. And there's like many numbered cards, including like single signature cards at the top that are numbered to like 30 or something. But there's 9 different variants of this. There actually is a Garrett variant of that. There's quite a lot of Garrett cards in this set, mostly because I think he's such a famous actor. But we've only pulled the one so far, but it would be awesome to get like a Garrett of that, or there's like a there's a metal insignia card that you can get, and there's a Garrett one of that too that I would also love to have. But you know, we're gonna take what we can get as always. Oh, okay. So now I know for sure that this is Jacob. Okay, because that's the same person, right? So and that says Jacob on it. Although sometimes they say like just say Edward Cullen, which is weird. Oh, come on, clean off my cards here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do better. I'm not gonna sleeve everything. Sorry. I will sleeve everything right after this video. I just want to go a little faster and not sleeve everything in the middle of the video anymore. I'm gonna try not to do that. It's hard for me. Who is this? Case? I don't know who that is. Nice jawline, but I don't know who that is. And this is Eclipse. I think that's the 3rd movie, maybe? Oh yeah, so we have the full, that's nice. We have the full series posters now in English. So Twilight, Breaking Dawn, and Eclipse. Those were the 3 movies. But as you saw from the other cards, sometimes they are in Spanish. So you can get these posters in a few different languages. which is cool. Again, like that's a neat thing. Although also I hear from commenters that there's a lot of misprints on these cards, like quotes that aren't quite the right quotes. Obviously, some of the names aren't quite right. So that's gonna happen too. So you gotta be prepared a little bit for that. Here's another base, and another base, and then we've got one of the retros. It's a beautiful retro though. Like just a really good looking image on the card. And I love that print style where it's matte and not as reflective. I really do like that style. So that's cool. He's got the red eyes, so I think he must be someone who eats humans still. Right, more facts about Garrett, because I learned a lot about Garrett. I want to explain all the facts I know about him. So Garrett was turned into a vampire during the Revolutionary War, I think. Right, I think that's true. Or he was a soldier in the Revolutionary War, and basically his unit, or probably more like his squad got separated, and because there were like 10 of them, and they were kind of separated from everyone else, and a vampire came to feed on them, because the vampires love it when there's a war going on, because they can just kill people, and they're going to die anyway because it's a war, so no one really suspects the vampires at that time, right? So anyway, they're attacking this squad, and they think they killed everybody, but actually Garrett is not quite dead. And if a vampire drinks your blood in this universe, it's different in every kind of universe, but in this one, and you don't die, you will come back. So 3 days later, he came back as a full-fledged vampire. And since he didn't really have anyone to teach him anything about that, his sort of whole like thing, his character trait or whatever, is curiosity. He's always curious. He wants to learn everything there is to know about being a vampire in the world and all that kind of stuff. And so that's kind of what's driving him to stay alive. Oh, that's nice. So this is a close-up, and they're kind of cool because if you can tell here, there are actually 2 layers to this card. I swear they cut her head in half right there, but yeah, there's 2 layers to this, and a little quote on there. I'll try to read it. It says, "You don't know how long I've waited for you. I'd rather die than stay away from you." Oh, it's kind of like a little poem, I guess. That is that's my second close-up card. Cool, cool. And this is Bella and Jacob again. But it's weird because I thought she gets with the Edward guy, but maybe they just are flirting and stuff a lot. That can happen, right? I don't know much. We'll open the hit packs at the end. Trust me, we won't not open those, because if there is a signature card, it's going to be in the hit packs. I don't think you'll ever pull them from the regular packs. A lot of times with these sets that are produced in China, they won't be. What is this? Were there 4 movies? Maybe there were 4. Maybe there were 4 movies. I'm confused. But anyway, with these sets that are made in China, they often take the top rarities and don't even put them in packs. That doesn't happen in the West, right? In the West, instead, they'll have a distribution scheme where, like, in a hobby box, you're guaranteed to get, 1 signature, and it could be that is the triple signature or something, right? But if it was a set from China, that triple signature would only be in what's called a hit pack, which is a special pack that's in each hobby box. The Western companies don't do that kind of thing. But because they do that in the Chinese sets, often you can only get those cards from the hit pack, and they will never be in the regular packs, which makes them even harder to find. There's another one of those seals. Super nice. Yeah, I guess there were 4 movies. I don't know. Let me pause. I gotta figure it out. Maybe they did like a Harry Potter thing and split it up. I'll be right back. Okay, wow. So there were actually 5. So how did it go? Sorry, I thought I did this research, but I apparently did not do research as well as I should have. New Moon is the second, actually. So this is the second movie. So it goes Twilight, it goes New Moon, and then Eclipse is the third. Sorry, okay. I had those totally out of order. Man, people were probably just laughing at me, which is, you're allowed to do that. That's completely fair. Totally, 100% fair in this case. But yeah, so there are actually two Breaking Dawn movies. So there's another poster we're missing that kind of has snow on it, I guess. It's like very white. But there were 5 total movies in this series. The total runtime, according to Wikipedia, is over 600 minutes if you watch the entire thing, which is, well, that's a lot of minutes. More base. And yeah, another one of these amazing retro cars. I just really love the print style on those. And sorry, I know I said I wasn't going to sleeve much, but I'm getting some nice cards, and I don't want to. It's really hard for me not to sleeve them. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. Base cards I can survive without sleeving, but not these nicer cards. Especially not a Garrett card. I can't leave that unsleeved. So we've only pulled one Garrett card. I was just looking at the flyer again. There's like 8 different ones in the set at different rarity. That's the lowest rare, like that's the most common one. So of course I pulled that one, but I really want like one of those Garretts or one of those Garretts. Like I want one of the high end ones. That would be really awesome. But yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to stop because I only have the 2 boxes here, and I don't think I should buy more boxes of this just for that. No, probably not. But oh man, if they ever made a foundation set, it would be just all Lee Pace cards. I love that. If you really want to know how good of an actor Lee Pace is, though, there's actually some earlier TV shows that he was in before he really moved into movies and became like a huge star. Like he played Roman the Conqueror or whatever, that Kree lord in one of the Avengers movies. He was that person, like the bad guy in that movie. Guardians, maybe the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, he was the bad guy in that, and that sort of was his breakout into film work. But before that, he did a lot of TV shows, and one that he did is Pushing Daisies. And if you've never seen Pushing Daisies, try to find a way to watch it, because it is just a fantastic series. Like even if you don't like Lee Pace, it's an amazing series. It's so heartwarming and fun and funny and clever and cute and a little bit scary and weird, and it's great. But before that, he did one called what was it called? It was oh, hang on, I gotta look this up. I'll be right back. I can't believe this slipped my mind. God, I remember the second I paused. It's Wonderfalls. So he was in a show called Wonderfalls, which is set in the America side of Niagara Falls, and that show was also very clever. He has a pretty small role in the show. He's just someone's brother, but it's another just amazing role for him. And if you can see him in that, he's just looks so young. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, brilliant actor, obviously. Oh well, we got another one of these, but it's not Garrett. I'm probably the only person who's like pulling top. Like this is probably one of the top non-numbered cards in the set, and I'm like disappointed because it's not Garrett. All right. I'll try to get over my disappointment here. Let's take a look at these film cells. So this one is not Garrett. I don't know who that is, but it's not Garrett. So let's put that right there. This is Irina, who I guess is somebody. She must eat animals though, so that's that gold color in their eyes. That means that they don't eat humans. Very cool. I figured I'd put Edward at the top because I know he's like the main actor, right? He was everyone kind of loved him from this. He's now been what he was Batman as well, right? So kind of a big change, big moves for that guy. Here's another base. This is that Jackson though? I mean, it might be. I really don't know. It doesn't look like a Jackson, but it might be Jackson. This is Twilight. Maybe just another poster. Yeah, I guess it's just maybe there were like many posters. So I hadn't noticed there's actually really intricate emboss work on that. That's kind of neat. All the fireworks are embossed on it. don't worry, we're getting close to the end here, and then we'll get back to more of our normal programming, I promise. I'll be doing a big SpongeBob video after this. I want to get maybe 3 different SpongeBob boxes on the table, and then I'll probably do a One Piece box too, just because I have a bunch, and people really love One Piece boxes, so yeah, I'll definitely get that open. Oh, I think this is the Kate lady. So this is the lady that Garrett, I mean, they fight, but I think it's kind of play fighting. I think they actually like each other. I don't know, but from the wiki, it seemed like they liked each other. Here's another New Moon poster. But like Garrett was, what the wiki said, again, I was just reading the wiki, so, but what it said was that he was like curious about how his own powers worked and how her powers worked. So he wanted her to fight him and get him to the point where he fell to his knees, basically. And she was able to do that. So I guess she must be a pretty strong vampire. Got some more base cards here. Is this a dupe? Oh, this is a dupe. Neat. We haven't actually pulled very many dupes from this set at all, but I'll go ahead and put that off the table because it is a dupe. And then we have 3 more regular packs and then 2 hit packs. This will be about a 40-minute video, sorry, but I went as fast as I could, and we opened 2 boxes, so really it's like, you know, to be fair, it's like a 20-minute video per box, right? If you're going to be fair about it. I think I already had this this close-up. Again, this is one where there's kind of 2 layers to it, but that's Jacob's. And there is a... Gosh, they look like your parents or something. That's really strange. I don't know why I think that, but they just kind of look like someone's mom and dad. I'm sure they're like totally evil vampires or something. Yeah, but to me they just look like a mom and dad. Okay, got another one here, playing in a field. I like the purple. And here is Arrow. I guess this person's name is just going to be Arrow. We're going to go with Arrow. We need a name for this character. How about Arrow? We're going to pick Arrow. That's what we're going to go with. I don't know. He might be some magic character. He looks like the other dude, though. He looks like, what does he look like? Look like maybe they're on the same team. They're at least wearing similar clothes, and they both have the red eyes. Okay, so this is our last regular pack. And then we're going to open 2 more hit packs. And I just want to mention that that's now 3 boxes, 1 Garrett card. 1! Even from the base, there haven't been more. Oh gosh, we pulled that dupe. I guess if you're going to pull a dupe of one of these, this is one of the top cards, so it's like kind of hurts to pull a dupe. But then if you're going to pull one, that's probably the best image to pull it of. So I can't be that sad. God, it's really hard to get it to focus. My camera wants to focus on all these faces, and it really doesn't want to focus on the close-up there. All right. Now, I can't do a drum roll, but I should get one of those streaming things with a little keyboard, and I could put a drum roll sound and press the button. No, we're gonna open these hit packs now and see what we got. I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's just one of these. I pulled one of these from a regular pack before. That hurts. Here I was hoping for something cooler. I don't even know who that is. She's got a cool haircut, though. I like that. My wife wears her hair like this, too. It's pretty... I like it quite a bit. Let's go... This card is even lighter than that, so I don't think it's the same one as that. I hope not. God, if it's just another one of those, I'm going to be very sad. Please be something better than that. Please, 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 please. What is it? It's a prize card. This is a prize card. I can try to redeem this, although I think the vendor that I bought this from is not big on redemptions. But let me pause and just figure out which prize this is, and I'll be right back. All right, and it's basically for the binder. So there's kind of like a binder that you can get for this set that, has specific slots for each of the cards in it. It's like a set specific binder, but it's a prize. And the issue is, like, to redeem this, what I would have to do, again, I'm trying to get it to focus here. What I would have to do is contact that vendor. They're probably going to want me to cut this card in half on video, and they're going to want me to send them the video of me cutting the card in half, usually with some kind of number written in the background that they ask you to do. So don't cut it until you talk to them, because you've got to follow their directions exactly. And then they will tell you how much it'll cost to ship this. And the problem with the redemptions is they won't do it for free, right? And so they're probably going to want you to order something else before they'll send this to you, and then they'll put it in that shipment, or they'll make you pay shipping cost, which can be literally hundreds of dollars. Not even joking, for something like this. So these are surprisingly hard to actually redeem. I'll talk to the vendor though later today and just, I'll check to see. Well, I'll talk to them tonight because they're in China. And I'll let you know if they are going to let me redeem that or not. But for now, this is what we got. Unfortunately, just the one Garrett card. It took 3 boxes and we got one, and it's the lowest, the most common version. But we did do it. So search successful. I'm going to go ahead and call that a success. And yeah, I will end the video here and upload it. I don't know, I'll probably upload this later in the week. But for now, have a great rest of your day. And there he is, Garrett. We did it. Bye-bye.